Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, we thank you very much. This investiture is the first in the series of events marking the 2016-2017 Convocation ceremony of the University of Lagos. In a short while, I'll be reverting to my role as a member of the university community and a member of management. My job as registrar for this investiture ceremony will soon be over. We will not be having any procession outside. I will not be processing because we are going to revert straight into the lecture mode. We have been so highly honored with the presence of the Executive Governor of Lagos State. We thank you very much, sir, for being our source of joy and pride. When we talk in the committee of people who have governors that work, you will agree with me, Lagos is working.
Distinguished Pro-Chancellor and Vice-Chancellor, permit me to take umbrage in an Igbo proverb made popular by a compatriot, the late Chinua Achebe. The proverb suggests that since we cannot climb the Iroko tree every day, when we do, we must collect enough firewood to last us a lifetime. Permit me, therefore, to draw attention in passing to the issue of relevance, competitiveness, and values in Nigerian higher education. I think it is not an accident that the new Vice-Chancellor, in telling us the details of what he wants to do here, said he will raise this university to become relevant, and he will raise this university to become internationally competitive. So obviously, he must have sent the Holy Spirit to give me this title, since he's a pastor. Relevance of the universities suggests two dimensions of functionality. The university's relevance in training and molding the higher levels of human capacity that a functional society demands in terms of knowledge, professionalism, and creativity. Additionally, it relates to the university's relevance in defining the ethos and moral architecture of the society as defined through the value system. The latter dimension is why some infer that the university is the conscience of the nation. Indeed, we confirm this truism when at each convocation, we remind the graduates that these are the ones we have found worthy in character and learning. Note that character always comes before learning. This normative aspect of the mission of the university is the foundation on which enduring leadership within a society is laid and subsists from generation to generation, as our honored lecturer for today will remind us. On the issue of values, we must remind ourselves of the nature of man as a basis for understanding what the ethical and moral challenge before the universities are. Philosophers, ethicists, and social psychologists have reminded us that a child as a natural being has the tendency to do wrong, given the chance, and will continue to do so unless corrected for his failures. As one moral philosopher has noted, man may be selfish, sinful, and indifferent to the truth, but could take the easy path of existence. During severe crisis, the best of man's nature reveals itself in all its glory and brilliance. The corruption of a man's nature does not compel him to follow evil, because God has supernaturally restored a measure of free will within every man. Man, as a being of God, has the liberty to choose good or evil. An individual is therefore responsible for his actions, not only to his fellow men, but also to his Creator. Hence, our universities must endeavor to impact A code of ethics and moral values, hence the need for values education in our curriculum. According to some educators, it is the responsibility of the universities to clarify, analyze, and inculcate those values that we consider vital to a functional society through action learning and the drive for holistic moral development. In our particular circumstance, the overarching ethical issues must include integrity, diversity, civic responsibility, and social justice. With regard to competitiveness, that can only be measured against the standing of our universities in the international environment in terms of the standing of the university as an institution and its practitioners as individual teachers and researchers. I must say the University of Lagos is particularly fortunate at this particular point in our history to have a distinguished researcher, an established researcher to lead it. Congratulations. The lack of understanding and appreciation on the issue of competitiveness has been responsible for the underfunding, under-equipment, and ill provision of the Nigerian university as a matter of historical fact. No university has been properly equipped in Nigeria to function in the manner it was designed to function. And I have my experience in the Nigerian university to portray that. I graduated from the University College Ibadan in 1961. And taught in Nigerian universities for 37 years, 1965 to 2002. 29 of those years as a full professor. As incredible as it sounds, in all those years, either as a teacher or examiner, did I see the provision of facilities in any Nigerian university that compared with what I was exposed to more than 60 years ago at Ibadan? Yes. I can prove it. Consequently, we need to face the issue of the needs of our universities as a matter of national emergency. We cannot be asking that they be competitive without providing what it takes to be competitive. If we are to tackle the issue of national development and national integration, then we must put this on the national fast track. Presently, our dear country faces a multitude of challenges, such as has never been faced before, even during the Civil War. Indeed, we are at war, except that nobody has declared any war. This nation has never been as divided as it is today. The flood of blood continues to flow in all areas of this nation. From herdsmen, armed robbers, ritualists, besides, of course, the little problem of Boko Haram, militants in the Niger Delta, or even the separatists in the southeast, and other parts of the country. On the political front, we have the clarion call for restructuring, which we can only ignore at our peril. These are times that demand statesmanship of an uncommon pedigree. We cannot afford to continue to wallow in our common bond of victimhood. The universities, as the vanguard of the new Nigeria, must bestir themselves to lead the way to a new beginning. All palliatives have failed. Herein again, Lagos State has pointed the way to what is possible. And I have a witness in His Excellency Akim Mwambode, who certainly is doing some of us proud in what he's trying to do in Lagos. And let me also remind the Akokites that it may not be an accident that your first Vice Chancellor was a botanist, and your 12th Vice Chancellor, whom we inaugurated today, is also a botanist. Thank you for your attention as I welcome you all to this great event.